Dearest Texas history scholars, how are you today? We will be making a Unit 4 study guide. We have a test on Wednesday over Mexican colonization and the Impresario System. Mexican colonization and the Impresario System starts in 1820, and it ends in 1834. So this is what we're looking at. That's what our next test will be over. We talked about several things in this unit, but the first thing is that in 1820, we have Moses Austin. This is the first thing. Moses Austin asks permission from Spain to settle Texas. So he gets permission from Spain. But then in 1821, Mexico becomes independent from Spain, and so now Spain is no longer in control. So then 1821, Mexico becomes independent from Spain. This is mostly because of a priest named Father Miguel Hidalgo. And he pretty much tells the people in, you can't see that. He tells the people in Mexico that if they would like to be treated better, that only they can take care of that. And so he gathers up an army of thousands of lower class peasants, so to say, and then they fight the Spanish rulers, and they win. So that's pretty cool. And then he also inspires something called filibusters, which is sort of like rebels from another country that are causing trouble in a new area. So in that we have James Long. He's actually Dr. James Long, and he starts an expedition to claim Texas for the United States, and he is executed for this. He's captured and executed in 1822. Bummer. Wasn't such a good idea. But he is trying to make Texas free. That's what he's doing. Also, we have a guy named Philip Nolan. Philip Nolan has something called the Gutierrez expedition. Oh, I put that backwards. It's actually Gutierrez McGee expedition. And this is the same kind of filibuster thing where he's being accused of trying to take Texas for the United States. So he's eventually executed for that. Suspected. Oh, whoa, I'm running out of space. Of claiming Texas for the USA. This group, the McGee Gutierrez expedition, they are fighting for Texas and Mexico to be independent from Spain. But it doesn't work out, and they are defeated by Spain. The Spanish army defeated by Spain at the Battle of Medina. And I'm running out of room, so I'm just going to put B of Medina. And that's how the Gutierrez McGee expedition ends. Ooh, this is a messy one today. Sorry about that. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? All right, also in 1821, we have an Impresario System that is started by not Moses Austin that was up here, but it's started by his son, Stephen F. Austin. So that's pretty important. And his name is Stephen, not Stefan. Y'all have been watching too much basketball, if that's what you think. Okay, so Stephen F. Austin, he is the first impresario, and he creates the first Anglo, which means white, settlement in Texas when he brings the old 300, which is what we did our projects over, and then we read something about it. Well, technically we did our projects over the Impresario System as a whole. There's quite a few other famous impresario people, and I feel like I'm going to run out of space, so I'll just do my best over here. Green DeWitt is an impresario. He creates the town of Gonzales, which is still there today, and that's where the come and take it flag comes from. And we're going to talk about that more in the next unit, but that's a pretty significant Texas location that Green DeWitt starts. We also have a guy named Martin De Leon, and he's also an impresario. Mexico found out that this impresario system worked, and so they have another guy from Mexico that recruits Mexican families, and he creates a Mexican settlement. So he settles Mexican families in Texas. There you go. And then it is important to note that the location of these impresario contracts, location, is only one region of Texas, mostly. This is mostly in the coastal plains. There you go. And because of this, people are adapting to the environment with something called breezeway homes. And that's kind of seemingly insignificant, but it is a question on your test. That's how they adapted to the environment. Adapting to the environment is not insignificant. It's very important. Okay, the effects of the impresario system. Sorry, I was afraid I would run out of room, and it kind of looks like I'm trying to. The effects of Anglo settlement, or the effects of impresarioship, is Anglo settlement in Texas, which means that slaves are being brought to Texas against their will. And this starts a new people group in Texas that weren't there before. Anglo settlers and enslaved people. Okay, so now we have some Mexican laws that we're going to talk about. I'm just going to zoom out for a second and try to get those of you caught up that are not caught up. I hope that helped. Okay, so there's some Mexican laws that we need to look at. I'm going to turn my paper so it's easier to see. Mexican laws. These are important to our chapter, and they're definitely contributing of the next chapter, which is the Texas Revolution. Okay, so one law that we have is the Constitution of 1824.